Welcome back to Washington Watch, the website, TonyPerkins.com. All right, we've been taking stories from churches across the country of how they are thinking and acting outside the box, the four walls of the church, to continue to do the ministry of the church, to pursue our mission, to get the message of the gospel out there. And in fact, this coming Sunday, really the biggest day of the year for churches. I mean, some pastors have described it as the Super Bowl of the church. It is Resurrection Sunday. It's one of the two times that people that generally don't attend church on a regular basis come to church: Christmas and Easter. Easter being the biggest. One church that we are well familiar with, Pointe Baptist Church in Pensacola, they are actually taking their service outside the four walls of the church to the local baseball stadium. But as I said, there's a catch. Joining us now to talk about it, Pastor Gordon Godfrey, senior pastor at Pointe Baptist Church in Pensacola. Pastor Gordon, welcome to Washington Watch.
Hey, thank you, Tony. Appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely. In fact, I told Jeremy, and full disclosure here for our listening audience, Jeremy was the worship leader at the church that I was serving as pastor at until Pastor Gordon took him. But that's another story. We won't go into that.
That's right.
I've been watching your services online, doing an outstanding job of continuing to minister, and I know you're doing things in the community to help people during this time. And as a result, you've been invited to host a service this weekend for the community. It'll be broadcasted on television at the local baseball stadium. But tell us the catch.
Well, the catch is there won't be anybody in the stadium except for our team, and we've had to even reduce the number of people that are going to be on our team. Normally, we have 5,000 people that come to this sunrise service every year, but we're going along with social distancing and making sure we're doing what we think is the right thing to do to be safe. And so we're going to host the event, but it'll just be our team there doing the service, and nobody will be in the stadium.
But the entire city will have the opportunity to see that sunrise service.
They will. Thankfully, we've gotten several of our local TV stations that are going to pick up the service. One of our country music channels, Cat Country, is going to broadcast it over their radio station. And, of course, it'll be online on YouTube and Roku TV, and it'll be on our website. So we're probably going to get way more coverage than ever before. I think it'll be a huge crowd.
And this is what I like about this, because, so many would say, oh, we just can't do it because we're not going to have a crowd. Nobody's going to be able to meet, so let's just cancel it. And he said, no, we're not going to cancel it. We're going to continue to minister, take the message. If there was ever a time people needed a message of hope, this is it. And look at the doors that are opening for that message to go out more broadly than it's ever gone before.
Well, you're right. I mean, before we were dependent upon the number of people that could come to the stadium. The stadium seats about 5,000, and we filled it up. But now, with this opportunity that God has blessed us with, we're going to be able to expand our boundaries and enlarge our tent, and we feel like, I don't know how many people. There'll be in the thousands of people all over the country that'll be able to see it this time.
Pastor Gordon, talk a little bit about what your church has been doing in terms of ministry during this time of I would just describe it as crisis. I mean, people are uncertain. There are people that are at home, people unemployed now. How has your church been ministering to the Pensacola community?
Well, one of the things that, people right now are dealing with is they just can't go to the grocery store. And so we've been doing a lot of food drops for people. We take them food, leave it outside the door, and text them, tell them that we dropped the food on the doorstep for them. We've also encouraged our church to do what we're calling Takeout Tuesdays. And our church family goes out, they go to local restaurants, and they buy their food, take it home and eat it, and buy some extra food, take it off and drop it for another family. And so that's one of the ways that we're able to minister. We've also been going into the hospitals and taking food to the healthcare folks. I mean, they're just working 24 hours a day now. It's nonstop. they can't even get food. So we're taking food in, and of course you have to go through all the protocols and do that, but that's one of the ways that we've been ministering to families.
And the community is responding as a result. It's going to be a great Sunday sunrise service there in Pensacola, Florida. So Pastor Gordon Godfrey, thanks so much for stopping by here at Washington Watch and just sharing with us what Marcus Pointe Baptist Church is doing there in Pensacola.
Hey, Tony, I appreciate it, and they can go to PensacolaChurch.org, PensacolaChurch.org, watch it live Sunday morning.
All right, very good. Pastor Gordon Godfrey of Marcus Pointe Baptist Church. Again, if we just won't focus on what we can't do, but rather focus on what we can't do, look at the doors that open. I mean, here's a service, 5,000, that's great. They have 5,000 at a stadium on a regular year, but because they can't have the 5,000 there, it's gotten the attention of the local television stations because they're going ahead and doing it anyway. And so they say, well, let's broadcast it. So now instead of reaching 5,000, who knows, tens of thousands that they will reach with this message.